Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I just want to talk about something real quick. Yeah, you can't see my face or anything like that. It's night out. I just wanted to do a video in the dark. Fuck it, So you could just listen to headphones, and there you go. So I want to talk about non-color people, non-carbon people, people that just non-color people in general, basically. Like white people, basically. So-called white people, because they're not white. There are two different species of white people, and I'm going to get into it right now. A long time ago, the Anunnaki, our brothers and sisters, my family members, basically, so-called black people, Hispanic people's family members, we created Caucasians. We created everything that you see around us right now. We created the planets, we created the stars, we created everything. We created these Caucasians. Okay? And no. We did not, let's say we didn't had permission to do that. Alright? We didn't. We did it at our own free will because that's what we have, free will. Is there karma? Is there debt? Oh, of course there is. There's always karma and debt because it's called galactic karma. If you do something to somebody, obviously it's going to go right back to you, and vice versa, So we made these Caucasian people mainly because there was another Caucasian people that look more like, a brother or a sister, but they have like dreadlocks hair and all that. If you ever see somebody that's Caucasian, but they have like dreadlock hair and all that, it's because their ancestor used to be their Gigi. At one point, I could be wrong, but at one point they couldn't reproduce, and then they could. I could be wrong about that, but there was a massive flood that took them out, and mainly because we took them out. Not to say that there was a lot of floods that did happen in this planet, people, just so you know. It wasn't just one flood. There were multiple floods. But there's only stuff that they only record in history, But at least what these orcs want to tell us, like we learned from school and all that shit. But the reason we made these okay, let me start from the beginning right here. We went to this planet, obviously Kai, and after we eliminated the dinosaurs and all that shit, there was still remnants of the dinosaur monkey, basically the prehistoric monkey. So what we did is we spliced the DNA with ourselves with the monkey. Obviously, it took time and effort, and sometimes we failed and sometimes we didn't. But when we got it, we got it. And once we got it, we actually created beings that could, mine for gold for us. Yes, we came here for mine for gold because this planet had so many rich stuff that anybody can just grab, So, we made you Caucasians out of the primate of monkeys, and we made you so you can mine, basically. And then all of a sudden, at one point, there were souls that came into you, and then all of a sudden you started realizing, what the fuck am I in this body for? What the fuck am I doing? So you got out of the caves, and you were like, what the fuck am I doing here? And then all the other gods and goddesses looked at each other, and they were like, wait a minute, how the fuck is this possible? How the fuck was this possible? It's because Enki put some of his DEA inside the chimp that we all know today for these Caucasian people, basically. And so-called black people and Hispanic people, we did not come from chimps. We came from the waters. We came from the sky. We came from, other planetoids. And we're cosmic beings. We're dragons. We're serpents. That's what we are. Our origins is totally fucking different. And that's the thing. A lot of people are like, what's the origins of the Anunnaki, To be honest, guys, I don't know. All I know is that we are cosmic serpents and we are dragons. We're the original dragons. But how did that represent us, basically? How were we born? How were we created and all that shit? Again, the thing is, we were already created before we even got into a vessel and everything like that. Why? Because, again, we created everything that was around us. We're the cosmic mother herself, and the cosmic father himself. We're them, but we're also our own different people. That's why it's called the collective consciousness, So going back, so a lot of people might be like, okay, so where did the orcs come in? Don't you even call, Caucasian people like orcs and stuff? Yes, we do. But when we talk about orcs, have you ever heard the Caucasian mountains? That's where these orcs came from. These orcs came to the Caucasian mountains inside a portal. And do they have a history with Enki and all that? To be honest, from what I've heard, they actually do. The reason why they follow the Bible and everything like that, they're not the main people that made the Bible. There's one of our brothers and sisters made it. Aman, Sashan, and Set. Those are the three gods that made the Bible. The three Egyptian gods that made the Bible. And then once these orcs found out what, so-called Jesus, Zeus, what he looked like a brother. So they changed Zeus into a white man, Jesus. Because they couldn't take it. They couldn't take the fucking goddamn truth. And they didn't want to show other people too. They didn't want to show their origins of where they came from a so-called black man. That's everything that, that they went against, basically, Once they found that out, they had a bad taste in their mouth. They were salty as fuck. Oh, we didn't came from these black people, but yet you did. Yet you did, motherfucker. We created you. And we limited you too. We did that on purpose so no one can overthrow us. Why? Because, motherfucker, no one's not going to overthrow us. We're not going to make a being that's more powerful than us. We're the powerful ones. We are the gods and goddesses that made everything, motherfucker. Right? So these orcs, they came down and we befriended them. Why? Because they almost look like us, but, just light skin and shit. And guess what? They betrayed us. That was always their plan. Their plan was always to know who we are, learn from us, and then fuck us over. That was their plan. It was always their plan. Crying out loud, these Dracos, Insectoids, Greys, and some of the evil Palladians send these orcs over here from Egypt. Yes, there's another planetoid called Egypt because these motherfuckers were there in Egypt being slaves because, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what to tell you, but you Caucasian people were made to be servants to the black man. You see how the roles have been reversed? Most people are like, how is it kind of makes sense if the roles are reversed because we did it to you guys and now you did it to us. It's called karma in a way, But the reason we made you that way is because we're gods and goddesses. And yes, some of us are kings and queens, but it depends on your bloodline, Like, for example, if I'm not part of the Anunnaki bloodline or anything like that, I'm basically a so-called peasant. Not really, because I could still be out there, do whatever the fuck I want, But I don't have to go to the king and queen and wash their feet. That's somebody else's job, Because someone in this world does need to clean the queen and the king's feet, all right? And that's why a lot of brothers and sisters didn't want that. So what we did is made people that served us, Caucasian people, because no brother and sister is not going to do that for us. Think about it. What do you think we made these fucking monkeys to begin with? All right? And yes, these orcs did mate it with the monkeys. Yes. And we made it with them. Because once we made the monkeys and they look like us too, we fell in love and we had sex with them. And this is not what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to have sex with other species. And yet we did it. And this is how we felt even farther. And this was the Orcs' plan too. Especially the Dracos and all that. That all these evil beings. That's what their plan really was, to infiltrate from the inside and then take them out from the inside. You know. So that's really basically the basic history of some of the Caucasian people and our people with how we made you and everything like that. It does go more deep into that, but if I find videos if I find videos about more detail, I'll put it in the description box. If it's not there now, it's because I know I found some, but I just can't think of the video right now. I don't know what YouTuber talked about it, so wherever I do find out, we'll put in the link in the description box, and I will mention it on future videos. That way you guys can go back to this video and click on the description box and click on those videos for the more information about the Caucasians and about so-called Black and Afro Hispanic people making Caucasians and having these Orcs come here. So yes, right. And some people might want to be like, oh, so these Orcs, we make them too. This it's kind of controversial with that. Why? Because really, these Orcs came from the reptilians. That's why they came from the mud. That's why they look like the way they look. And then they just evolved into what they look like right now, Caucasian people. At first, you guys didn't look like that. You guys look like hairy monkeys. Right? That's one of the reasons why when we saw you, we were like, okay, we have two primates, basically. And we taught the Orcs everything, while the other primates, basically, were mining for gold for us, That's the way I'm seeing it. I could be wrong, but not to say the other stuff was not wrong, Someone that knows more about this information could probably put it in the description. Probably put it in the comment section, Shout out to anyone that does that. Thank you, brother or sister, for doing that. Respect. You want to, tell people more of what really happened and stuff and all that. And the reason I want to do this video is because some Caucasian people, like some people that follow me, are Caucasian. And they should know where they come from, to be honest. Yes, some of the spiritual stuff, like what we're going to become, the so-called black people and black people, it's not really for Caucasian people because they're not going to, sorry guys, there's nothing out here that's going to save you. The only thing that's going to save you is yourself. Yes, in a spiritual enlightenment way, but if you're part of the Founding Fathers' bloodline, you are fucked beyond belief. You're fucked. You're fucked. But I can't tell you if you're all part of the Founding Fathers' bloodline because I don't know your bloodline. I don't. I can look at a Caucasian person and be like, oh, that's an Orc, but his DEA or DNA can have a fucking ancestor that's an Anunnaki or something else. Some of these Caucasian people, their souls are different. Some people are feline. Some people are other extraterrestrials that are just hiding as Caucasian people. So you don't have to. So you at soul. So you, some Caucasian people, are probably not even Caucasian to begin with. You know. That's why you got to know thyself. Because if you don't know thyself, then you're not gonna know who the fuck you are. You could be a feline inside a white person's body and not even fucking goddamn know it. That's just an example, and the reason I always put that as an example because shout out to Serious Temple because he mentioned that, and that it's just a good example to always put out because the reason you did that is because you are a spy around these Orcs, so you can basically make videos or tell people about what's going on, around you. But you have to be aware of what's going on. Some people are not even aware of what's going on, or not even aware of who they are or what they came from. This is why we need to do research. This is why we need to know who we are. Don't listen to anything that these evil motherfuckers are saying to you. Everything that they say is the opposite. All right. For crying out loud, Darwinism is all fake. It's always been fake. All right. For crying out loud, people are gonna listen to Darwinism, but when they look at the facts of ancient history, they see a fucking increase freaking increase of not popularity but civilization. How's that possible if it's supposed to grow naturally and slowly, right? You know. But that's really it, guys. That's basically it. If you want me to talk more about this, I will. But I'll have to look at more information about it and everything like that, and do more in depth in it. But I will talk about more of it if you guys want me to. So this is our history a little bit, you know. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about your origins. So, and you know, some people might be upset. I don't know why. That's your origins. You want a different origins? What? I don't know what to tell you. What origins do you want? God made you? Yeah, we're the gods that made you.